Hey guys, welcome to a video. Today we're here and I'm here at the CTC retreat here in Pennsylvania, and it's been pretty good so far. As you know, it's been a open experience. We've learned about identity, we've learned about discipleship and how to be disciples, and one thing that I've learned so far is that we have to be a fountain, and it's like we read the story of the woman in the well, and the story goes, that Jesus went to the town of Samaria, and he asked the woman for actually the woman asked yeah he asked the woman for a drink, and then she said, how could you ask me for a drink when he could give you living water? And the whole idea of this living water is so that we as brothers and sisters of Christ can be basically filled. And you think of it like, sometimes we eat or drink something and we will be like hungry again in like another few hours, but if we seek Jesus, which is living water, then we will never be thirsty. And he says that it will spring into a fountain, which a fountain symbolizes, someone that gives life and gives energy. And a lot of people, they are drains, and they like to take energy and use people basically. And I want someone that's gonna be a fountain too. And you think of a fountain that you know it just stores a lot of water and it keeps on flowing. But a drain only, takes water and collects the water. And yeah, that's the difference between a drain and a fountain, and how as Christians we have to be a fountain. So it's just really good, and right now, as of now, people, are being set free and made new, and lives are being changed. And I don't know if you remember the soundscape video, but that was in April, and now we're doing this retreat where it's basically like similar energy but with like a bigger feel to it. And lives are being changed. Some people cry, some people fall out, some people would just throw up. and some people just pray. And we all have our different methods of prophecy and just getting delivered, because we've all been through some things. And I can say for myself, I've dealt with autism and people trying to make fun of me and make me feel as if I wasn't, smart or intellectually disabled. And, it really hurt my feelings. It did, But then I started, thinking about, I started having a relationship with God and, reading the Bible and based off what the Bible says, that that I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, and He says that we are made new and all old things must die. And so every time I get those thoughts, I just try to like I try to hold those things, we have to basically give those thoughts to God so that it doesn't bother us anymore, because even though the past is the past also has a way of catching up or finding our way back, because our hope is that, the people that did hurt us in the past, we forgive, and we ask Jesus to forgive and forget. And, we want peace, basically. We don't want to hold grudges. We don't want any fights to break out. We just want peace so that, the person that hurt us, we just want clarity to be on the same page so that it's like, I know that you hurt me and I know I've done some things as well, and we've all done some things towards each other, but yeah, that's how it is. So that's how it is. But yeah, that's how I feel about the retreat so far. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on notifications. See you in another video.